I'm Josh.
I'm here against my will.
Damn right, that's a long name. And we stopped drinking.
Yeah, I am now 17 days sober.
I quit smoking. Well, for now. There's how many days has it been? A week.
I
It has been a week for me.
I don't know. I'm not your caretaker.
We're getting through it
Together.
together. It's taken a lot of screaming, crying, and pornography, but we're doing it.
I'm starting to think that maybe Kurt Cobain had the right idea
Shotguns?
to the dome.
Hell yeah. I heard he liked yogurt.
Can I get my hand back, please?
Oh, my bad.
You're still not letting go.
Oh.
So, yep, it's been a while. A lot of crazy things have happened. We're slowly getting things turned around. We're gonna revamp. This is us revamping. Starting with a brand new channel. Word to the wise: if you want to start YouTube, don't use your personal Google email to start a YouTube account, because then you just realize that all the professional, applications and job postings that you apply for are also being tied in with your notifications for Google, and that could turn out to be a really bad situation. Nothing bad happened to me, but just hindsight. I'm
Hindsight's 2020, kids.
big stupid.
I honestly look, I didn't even think you'd do that. I just this whole time when you said that, I'm like, you're using your email?
I was more focused on trying to get the channel up and trying to get it
I
going.
was like really taken aback. I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong with this dude?
No, no worry. We'll get everything straightened out. Actually, have social media
I
platforms.
think a fresh start's what we need
Yeah,
anyways.
just new
Would
start.
take time to tinker with some more audio stuff too.
Yeah, we were. I mean, this was working for a while now, and I don't know why. For some fucking reason, it's now thinking that this is a speaker, not an audio mixer, and that's just causing a whole leap problems.
Yeah.
I know we keep saying that we're going to get new cameras, and we clearly haven't. But I mean,
The
well,
goal is just to get up and be seen by a whole bunch of people
soon enough. Soon enough.
and comments. I love reading the comments.
Comments, interactions. I don't have a social life all too much, but I prefer to stay away from people. People annoy me.
Yeah.
People really do. So, what have you been up to though, besides quitting nicotine?
Kind of miss it. It's been
Yeah,
stressful. Um, I mean, as you know, I've been kind of talking to somebody.
yeah. You've been talking to somebody,
Yeah.
cheating on me, you whore.
You started it.
I
This
mean,
started with you.
st-
Shut up.
that
Don't
started with
care.
me.
Irrelevant.
That started with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
that started with you.
Well, I mean, she's also helping us. She's been very helpful.
Well, if things keep going steady, I'm sure you'll get to meet the girl I'm talking to.
All right,
But don't ever sit there and accuse me of being a cheater.
only on me.
Okay, well, what is she to me then?
Apparently, she's your fucking accomplice. You two have been badgering me, belittling me, and you've been abusing
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, because you thought you were slick and gonna have two hoes. But nah, now the hoes turned against you.
My pen pan wasn't as strong as I thought.
Yeah, no. He goes up to slap us, and all I see is a little baby hand just
This is my strong hand.
look like a Cheeto.
Uh, yeah,
Fucking A.
yeah. All right. 17 days sober for me. No alcohol whatsoever.
This channel would have been a lot funnier with booze, but I'm a social drinker now. All
Yeah,
right.
I after all the stress and just bullshit dealing with the dealing with all of it for 5 years, just getting drunk every day. It's it at some point.
You'd think people would be like that with smoking.
I know some people that have.
Dude, so like okay, I haven't smoked cigarettes in a very long time, but I've been vaping, because like for I've been trying to quit for a while, but I keep bouncing back to it. But dude, a couple years ago, it was like last year, I bought a pack of smokes and I lit one of them fuckers up and that thing tasted so disgusting to me. And I was just thinking, like, what in God's name made me think that this was good when I first started smoking? I was like,
Probably because you had a fantasy with eating ass.
yeah, probably.
Probably. I
What's
don't
wrong
know.
with that?
Dude, it's 2025. Everyone like that's a common thing now. Like if you don't eat ass, you're not on anyone's radar.
Don't hate.
Ain't that
Appreciate it.
right, babe? Yeah, I gotta beat her off the stick when she gets the crazy.
She's gonna just, I'd have just glued your butt cheeks together.
I'm so glad I didn't grow up with siblings who did that shit.
I did, bro. Fucker, I love them, but I can't stand any of my siblings.
Oh, oh,
Like I love all my siblings. If you guys happen to watch this, I do love you. But come on, think back to when we actually had to grow up in that house together. Holy shit.
dude, I remember when me and you were teenagers. It's like, yeah, it was like an episode of Wild Kingdom. Your older brother is sitting there. He's making homemade French fries, and we're just kind of just sitting there chilling next to him. We're not even talking. He's just looking at us. He's he just takes a little bit, puts it on a plate, and then he kind of just tosses it over, like remember like lions in a pride. He's just like giving us the scraps, the scramblers, and the pride.
Gotta keep the fat boys fed to defend me while I'm running away.
All right, so I actually have a serious question because I said this at work and like I asked this question at work and this turned into a big fucking thing apparently. Like this lasted for hours. All right. Now to give you a little bit of
The fact that
context,
you had to bring something from work home to me,
no, it's a genuine question. All right. And
I might not have an answer for this.
I'm pretty sure you will. All right. So just to give you a little bit of context, so it started out with me and two other dudes, at our post, and so the question was asked. Shortly after, it turned to me yelling at two dudes. Then all three of us started calling to different positions, calling other officers, and asking them the same question. I then went on our Facebook page for our crew, posted a poll to try to get everyone roped in on it. And even the fucking we even got management involved. Management started getting pissed off with us because we were just calling them for no fucking reason other than to ask them this stupid question.
So get to the punchline for me, would you?
Now, is a hot dog
A
a sandwich?
sandwich? It's a fucking hot dog, Ryan. It's whatever you want it to be. I don't care. Look, you know what I put? You want to know what I put on a hot dog? I could put sandwich ingredients on a hot dog. You folks up in Chicago might hate me for saying this, but I even throw fucking ketchup on that thing. You know
Oh,
what else? You can put that bitch folded into a piece of bread like a sandwich. Could be a burrito. It can be whatever you want it to be. I don't care. Eat the damn thing.
did you just call it a fucking burrito?
Hell yeah, it can be a burrito.
No, it
It
can't.
can be a sandwich, a burrito, a motherfucking taco.
That was actually an option. Somebody wanted to
It
piss
would
me
make
off.
more sense.
No, it's not Mexican. It's not Mexican.
Who cares?
I care.
Doesn't matter what it is, does it? I've seen
So,
a Mexican eat a hot dog. Is that a problem, Ryan?
well, no, I didn't realize.
Mexican eat non-Mexican food. Does that piss you off?
Well, I mean, we're non-Chinese and we love the shit out of Chinese.
Okay, then. So why does it matter?
Because I genuinely wanted to know, and they were calling me stupid because I said it was a sandwich. Now, here's how it went.
I mean, if you want it to be a sandwich, make it a sandwich.
You have the most understandable answer and more reasonable answer. I would not accept anything other than it was a fucking sandwich. And here's what happened.
Well, thank you for telling me that I have an understandable answer.
Yes, you do.
Because, dude, look, let's be honest. I've put relish, I put lettuce, onions, tomatoes. I'll put everything on that fucking hot dog.
Well, all right, here. So before I get into explaining how the night turned out, okay, because I shit you not. So I did this like halfway through shift, and then it lasted for the other 6 hours. We were left on shift. Um, so I put ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard sometimes, but I will choose ketchup and mayonnaise.
Ooh,
onions,
fuck yeah.
sauerkraut, and then if I'm feeling a little bit
Zesty,
exotic,
zesty.
zesty, throw some hot sauce on that bitch. So anyway, here's how that went. All right, because people actually started doing research on this shit while
Don't
they were
put
at their post.
coleslaw on my burger.
I can't do coleslaw. I know it's corn and salad. I can't do
I
coleslaw.
do it on I won't eat it plain, but I'll put it on. For some reason, when you put it on a burger, it just fucking slaps, dude.
I
Not Walmart's packaged coleslaw. I don't even know what the fuck that is, but that is not coleslaw. That's like disgusting. But like actual homemade coleslaw on a burger, holy shit.
I don't know. I never really been a big fan of cabbage. But so what ended up happening was
You're a
that
fucking cabbage head. Just can't fathom eating my own.
we so it actually got to the point where one of the guys looked it up, and did you know that there's like a national um sandwich association, like a
Yeah, and did you know in New Hampshire there's a sandwich festival in celebration of when the sandwich was invented by the guy who made the sandwich? I'm talking like there are stands for miles, just all kinds of sandwiches.
yeah, I would go. I would so fucking
That's
go.
what I'm fucking saying. I do this for years.
And but yeah, so the was it the National Sandwich Association or whatever does not declare hot dog to be a sandwich, and
Well, I mean, do they got their paperwork?
I don't give a fuck about their paperwork. They're wrong.
What did they declare it as? Like I figured a
And
hot dog was just
it is just an entity all to itself.
so let the hot dog be its own thing because people do all kinds of shit with hot dogs.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes they shove them up their orifices.
See, now you're being a pervert. But look, let's go to the sandwich festival.
Oh, we can definitely.
Make a trip. It's
Uh,
in New Hampshire, I think.
Babe, would you like to go to a sandwich festival? You love sandwiches,
I'm gonna get Phillies. I'm gonna get
dude.
house
Philly cheesesteaks.
sandwiches. I'm gonna get
Oh,
BLTs.
all right.
I'm gonna get fat as fuck. Dude, I'm gonna lose so much weight before this just so I could go
You're
there.
gonna starve yourself.
Yes, I'm gonna fast for like 3 days before the fucking sandwich festival.
You're gonna end up like Bender from Futurama, just sitting there all bloated, die of a heart attack, but you die with a smile on your face.
Oh yeah.
So I, I've been kind of curious because do you know what a chopped cheese is?
Actually, I don't.
All right, so in New York, you know, it's a big like New York thing. Is for a chopped cheese. So
Kind of
and
cheese.
typically American.
Okay.
So and people might get pissed off at me. I don't care, but it kind of resembles a Philly cheesesteak to an extent where they take ground
Phillies are
beef,
good. I don't care. I hear a lot of people shit about Philly
dude.
cheesesteaks.
Philly cheesesteaks are the
Dude, Philly cheesesteaks are the fucking best. Chicken cheesesteaks, steak.
oh yeah.
Fuck.
So chopped
Carne
cheese,
asada, dude.
yeah, chopped cheese, which is basically you got the hoagie roll. All right, toast it up, and then you
I
got
love it when you say hoagie. And then you just said roll. I'm complete today.
go ahead, spin your little helicopter,
Where's the start?
and then you got the ground beef. All right, got the ground beef. You season it up. While it's nice and brown, add the cheese on there. And then and then what I've seen people do, put mayonnaise, ketchup,
Okay.
lettuce, tomato, then take the cheese, put on there. There you go. It's chopped cheese.
How much cheese is on there?
Well, I mean, it depends on how much you want. I mean, you know,
I a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but like I don't eat cheese plain. I keep seeing memes and people talking about like how they just eat a whole block of cheese and they're
are they Skyrim NPCs?
no.
I mean,
But like I don't like having a lot of cheese on my stuff.
I'm,
Like it just to me it depends on the meal,
I get that.
because I'm not really a picky eater if you know me, aside
Yeah.
from most seafood.
Well, that's because you're allergic. You'll go into anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, but I miss eating crab.
Yeah, and then what happens when you eat crab?
Who cares? That's part of the adventure, Ryan.
No, it's not part of the adventure because then I'm scrambling to get an EpiPen to shove in your chest.
Nah, don't worry about it.
No, yeah.
You let me look stupid when I die. Just know that I tasted crab again for the last time.
Fuck, dude, no, no,
Banging.
no, because I know exactly what's gonna
My
happen.
face is all fucking puffy and swollen. I'm just like this, like crab leg in my mouth.
No, because I know exactly what's gonna happen. Your mom's gonna sit there and start yelling at me at your funeral while they're
No,
laying you. Oh, yes, she would.
she would not.
She would yell at me for
She
fucking crab.
certainly would not. She knows that you try to talk me out, dude. The other Ryan that I used to work with when I was a contractor, he used to freak out too because there was one time I ate some crab ragoons, started having a reaction to it. He's like, dude, I told your mom I wouldn't let you eat those. And I'm like, oh no. That's why you don't go making promises to that woman, especially if it comes to me. He's like, oh fuck, if you die, I'm dead. And I'm like,
Uh,
why'd you make a promise to my mom?
oh no, that's not, no, that's when I straight up just tell. That's when I straight up just tell your mom like, hey, his retarded ass decided to go grab those. Like,
Yeah, he thought he could handle it. That poor fucker had it like was became so anxious after working with me. Like
man,
she called him one time. She's like, "How's he doing?" And he's like, "I fucking hate your kid.
I hate your kid.
I fucking hate him so much."
I've said that to your mom a couple of times,
Here we are.
and you're sitting there belittling me. Sitting there threatening me. My mom's upstairs, and I ask her
I
for
don't
some
make I
assistance.
don't make empty threats. And your mom's right. You should stand up for yourself.
No, 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 no. You said I need to stand up for myself, and I did. What'd you do? You grabbed a weapon and said you were going to shove it up my ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to turn into a fucking puppet because you're sitting there poing me going,
Meow.
yeah,
Yeah.
sitting there make me turn into.
He was a skater boy. He said me hoy me noy.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to sit there and be a stick figure, right? I just no.
I'm gonna eat food today.
I'm kind of hungry.
Dude, I am too. What do you think about eating?
Fuck, I don't know, babe. What are you in the mood for? I mean, me and her were planning on going out to dinner somewhere, so me and her will probably go out to dinner and then go do some domestic things. Yeah,
I might
Taco
call.
Bell.
I might. Taco Bell's so gross. I hate Taco Bell.
I know you said you prefer Taco John's when it's literally the same
It is
thing.
not. Taco John's is so much better. Like, oh my God. Like, if I'm not eating actual Mexican food, it's Taco John's.
Yeah,
So
La
fucking good.
Finca, La
Oh
Finca's,
yeah, La Stinka.
dude, look at that face right there,
Dude, my first time that eating at La Finca, dude, that's the hole in the wall. Like they barely speak English. Like those are the best Mexican food.
dude. That's when you know you're getting good, authentic
Oh
Mexican
yeah, and the
food.
burrito's huge.
Dude, me steak quesadilla with cilantro and onion. Yeah, I just squeeze a little bit of lime on there. Oh, dude, I'll devour two of those big bitches and
I haven't
walk
had
away
La
with a
Finca
stomach
in
ache and not regret a damn
I
thing.
haven't had La Finca in forever though.
Babe, babe, you want a La Finca? Okay, you
You want to
sure?
go to La
Okay,
Stinka?
all right. The
That's
stink.
what my old fucking foreman used to call it. And he's like, "What are you talking?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because he's like, "You boys want to go to La Stinka today? You motherfuckers want to go to La Stinka?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is La Stinka?" And he's like, "It's just this hole in the wall restaurant. It's really good. They call it La Finca, but we call it La Stinka because it smells weird in there." And I was like,
Well, because you got on one side you got the grocery, and you got the little grocery
"Yeah,
section, then you got the little diner on the net on the other side, and it's like, dude, you and good price too, dude, good price. I can get two big steak quesadillas, loaded up, and I'll get a drink too. I'll get a Coke or something like that with it,
I like
and
it because they talk to me like I'm stupid. They'll come up to me like, 'You want more rice, baby?' And I'm like, 'Yeah,
yeah.
I want more rice. I want more rice. You bring me beans too.'" I don't care. They can talk to me any way they fucking want. Just give me
they're you can call me
those are the
whatever you
only
want.
girls that got away with talking mad shit to me.
I don't care what the
One,
fuck you're
because I
saying,
don't
just keep
speak
giving me food.
Spanish. Two, because they feed me.
Yep, yep.
Say what you want, ladies. You keep me fed, I don't give a fuck. Hell yeah.
I had no topics. I thought I had a topic. I never chased it
We're
down.
just kinda winging it, and I think
Yeah,
it's working for us.
yeah, we're doing okay. Yeah.
I feel
So
like, Doug, if you're watching this, I want you to collab with us.
yeah, we got a friend of ours. Well, his stepdad, Doug, really good man.
Douglas,
Little Dougal.
little Dougie. I love Dougie.
You know, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that there's no more drinking on this podcast because I really would like to have gotten shit wrecked with him.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you about 2 years ago. I went camping with him, and I think it's funny. Hey, Mom, Doug, if you're watching this,
Our only supporters. Thank you.
you know, as kids, y'all used to hate it when we got into your booze, and now you're trying to like the last fucking field trip we took as a family. They're like throwing it down our throats, dude. Doug brought some peanut butter whiskey out. He's like, "Dude, you want this?" And Adam and Jake were like, 1, 2, and they're like, "Nah, we're done." And Doug's like, "You want any more?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want some more whiskey." So he's fucking feeding me shots. He's like, "Isn't it good?" And he's sitting there talking about like the flavor, where he got it from, how much he paid for it. I'm just sitting there slamming these shots down. Mom came over with some pickled moonshine, and I'm like, I hate pickles, but I had enough of this whiskey. Let's go.
We want peanut butter whiskey, and then you're doing pickle moonshine.
Yeah. And then a bunch of other shit. And then there was beer, so I started doing that. I was out drinking everybody under the table that was fucking just and Doug's just feeding liquor to everybody, and everybody else is like, after a few shots, they're like, "I'm done," and I'm like, "Bring it over here, I'll finish it." I'm like the fat uncle at dinner.
I'll,
"I'll
I'll
finish it,
get
I'll
over it.
finish it. Come here, you big son of a bitch."
So, yeah, and I think last time,
My
was
mom was like, "He's not driving, I have his keys," and I was like, "Bitch, I brought my spare, so I'm getting into trouble tonight, I don't care."
with one of the veteran organizations that my mom goes with, she like they were kind of doing a little fundraiser or whatever, just to kind of get bond with the group and also to kind of
Did you get
drive around.
shit-faced to do something?
So I didn't get shit faced, but I went with my mom because it was supposed to be a bar crawl, right? And
Oh my god, I haven't done a bar crawl in forever.
yeah, I made it to the third. I made it to what was it
Okay,
Lodge House?
what is your rules for your bar crawl? Or at
So
least for that night? How many okay, because sometimes they just go by, like, a time limit. Sometimes it's like you gotta get X amount of drinks in before you move on to the next, like, sometimes it's a straight up competition.
no, no, no. So it was just, people got on their bikes or whatever, and then they just drove from bar to bar to bar,
Okay.
and that was it. Like there was no real rules, just as long as everyone was being safe, everyone was being okay. You can sit there and enjoy
Gotcha,
yourself.
yeah.
If
Okay.
if you're feeling a little too buzzed, then you sit there, you order food, and nobody leaves until you're
Drink some
done.
water, order some you get some greasy food in you.
Oh yeah. So I made it to was it bar number 4? Because was it our first one was Lodge House, and that one I like Lodge House. It's really cool. Like we have our union meeting, or was it we had our union meeting there last time. But they had dollar screwball shots. So peanut butter whiskey. I'm like,
Look.
nah, dude, I had 4 shots right off the bat. I'm like, mom's standing right next to me. I'm like, yeah, can I get 4 shots of screwball? And she goes, 4? I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I'm driving. And I just knocked him back, and we get to another one. And I'm like, yeah, get to the next bar. Hey, you got what kind of whiskey you got? Oh, Jack Honey. Uh, Give me a shot of that. You know,
If you and I did a bar crawl, I think we could be okay if we stayed on the move. Because most of the time I just stick with beer and then whatever like liquor there is
yeah.
aside from whiskey.
When you're not driving, you go hard to the paint.
True that.
When you are not driving, you go hard, and it's like, dude,
Okay, but you're living in the past of that one night.
yeah, I
How
know.
many times have we actually drank here and I was like perfectly fine?
Oh no, 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 no. Like me and you have gotten, me and you have gotten comfortable, like especially recording episodes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, I think when there's a DD, everyone just all inhibitions to self control just go out the
If I
fucking
didn't get
window.
that whiskey that night, if we didn't drink any whiskey here or out at the bar, I feel like I still would have been fine. I'd have been like drinking water.
Oh yeah,
I would have been I probably would have had a few shots of liquor,
yeah,
stuck to beer most of the night,
yeah,
then switched it up to maybe some nachos and a water.
yeah.
Like I would have paced myself if I thought I was getting tipsy,
Oh yeah,
but I
dude. You don't remember?
unfortunately
Yeah, you didn't remember leaving, and it's just like, oh, yeah. It's one of those nights.
I kind of don't regret it.
You don't regret it, especially after getting alcohol poisoning for like 3 days.
Okay, that I did regret. That shit sucked.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Dude, Michaela was pissed.
Oh yeah, well,
Michaela was fucking livid, dude.
yeah, she was mad at you. She wasn't mad at me.
She was mad at you.
Nuh-uh.
Swear to God, I will call her right now.
Dude, go for it. I don't give a fuck.
She was like, "Did he offer you a drink before you went to bed?" I was like, "I'm pretty sure he did," but I turned it down. She's like, "That son of a bitch."
I'm not gonna sit there and hold you down and force water down your throat. It's like dealing with a dog that's got something in its mouth that's not supposed to. You're like, "Get the fuck over here," sitting there holding your mouth open. You're
That
like,
happened to me
no,
once.
no.
Jake had to do that with me once.
Did he?
Yeah. He got to the point where it was like him, three of his friends, finally got me on the ground, got a bucket of water, just started waterboarding me.
Yeah.
Started drinking it.
It's not waterboarding if you use coffee.
Coffee boarding. Stop, please, I'm gonna shit.
No, please make sure it's decaf.
It's got heart problems and I get hyper. I don't feel like getting excited in my chest.
Dude, I remember the one time, so so the start of this story isn't funny. Um, I'm just gonna say that right now.
Oh no,
My
I
mom
love where this is going.
so my mom had, my mom had a really bad heart problem one time, okay? Like, she had, not to where, like, she was hospitalized or anything, but, like, something serious that, she had to make some changes. And the funny thing is, though, is that because my mom lives off of fucking coffee. I
Well,
swear to
because
God.
she does for a living. Any kind of like what she does.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, but even back when she was in the military,
Oh
back in the
yeah.
military, like, you thrived on coffee,
Coffee,
her
energy drinks, whatever
when
gave
she
you, fuck
when
it.
she when she was working on the railroad, coffee, like, that was her big, that's the biggest thing that kept her going was coffee. Coffee's her number one thing. Chop, 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 chop. But, it was funny because, was it she went to the doctor's office, I told her, gave her a list of stuff she needs to change, something to stop her from having, like, heart problems, and I made the joke, I'm like, "So, they made you cut back on coffee, huh?" Dead silence out the fucking window. I'm like, "Oh my god. They did, didn't they? How's that what does that feel like?" That's like giving up your child, and she just told me to shut the fuck up, and she had to buy this specialized coffee, and what it is that it was less acidic, because the acidity is what
Yeah,
was
that'll
fucking with her,
fucking get it too.
and, and it wasn't bad, but I mean, just, like, now she doesn't really need that anymore, she's all better. But, yeah, that was the best fucking thing ever, just guessing that right and knowing that she had to give up coffee just for, like, a little bit was almost was, like, almost like a moment. Like, it was funny.
I gave up like energy drink. Like I'll drink Celsius, but it's just the one I have in the morning. And depending on how long my night's gonna be, I'll get another can for
Yeah,
the road just to kind of keep the energy going. But I get it because like the jobs I used to do being a mover, independent contractor, you do a lot of driving, you work a lot of long hours,
yeah.
construction too, like do coffee, monster energy drinks. I started having issues.
Heart palpitations.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Yeah.
Trying to go to work on that, fucking feeling lightheaded all day because your heart's just like,
Your heart's having a spasm. Yeah.
oh my God.
Well, I know
Put
this
me in, coach.
I know this doesn't really pertain much to you, but, the TikTok ban, though, like,
Yeah, I might be the only person in our generation that doesn't have a TikTok.
No.
aside from any Amish people born in our generation. So,
Josiah, were you on the dial up again?
were you on the tiki talkie?
But yeah, so I've heard like a lot of different
Looking at
things.
internet whores.
Looking at internet whores.
She showed her ear.
Yeah,
But
I was getting ready to say, but father, she showed her ankles.
ooh,
But yeah,
oh, he's into fat girls. She's got cankles. Fuck.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck are you touching my ankles for?
You want to see mine?
Was not expecting you to start feeling something touch my leg. Stop. Fucking weirdo.
Dude, Maverick's getting fat, and I love it. No, dude, he's becoming a chungus. I'm like, just wait, you little fucker. You ain't about to be fast no more, and I'll catch your dumb ass if you ever get out.
How did me trying to talk on TikTok ban being about your dog's obesity problems?
It's not problems. He'll fucking lose it soon.
He's bulking up for winter.
Yeah, he does this every year. It looks like he's getting fat, and then he starts running. You just see how fucking shredded he is.
Yeah.
That dog's ripped for no reason, and I hate it. That dude, ugh, fucker, he's a machine.
But yeah, no, the TikTok ban, I keep hearing all this shit about it. Like, you know, you got the president, you got President Trump saying he's gonna buy it. You got Elon Musk saying he's gonna buy it. You got was it the
Your
USA CEO thing?
cousin's, uncle's, mom's friend's college roommate's gonna buy it.
Yeah, like all these people are gonna buy it. Like you got all the like because it's
I
supposed to
think it'd
be.
be more believable that it'd be if Elon Musk did it though.
Dude, Elon Musk owns everything.
But I mean, is it so bad though?
I mean, not really, but I mean, have you seen some of his latest products? Like, have you seen any of the latest products? Like the eight, like,
Nah.
all right, so
I
they
know
got,
SpaceX, Tesla, and
all right,
um,
so he's got, was it the cyber? So he's got the cyber cab, all right, which is supposed to be a self driving vehicle,
mhm.
and then you got the cyber bus or whatever the hell he calls it, and
He's building a lineup of electric vehicles that
that
could be
are supposed to be
used.
self driving, and
Yeah.
like it's like this one's supposed to be like for Uber and stuff like that. And it looks like shit out of iRobot. And then another thing, he's got Morpheus, which is supposed to be like this robotic thing, because uh yeah, however, when he did the test drive on it and he introduced it to people,
How high do you want to get? And then he just drops two pills from a dispenser. They take the blue pill, you'll be hard for hours. Take the red pill, you go to sleep.
what?
Morpheus, Matrix.
Oh,
Fuck, you
no,
can.
no, no, not Morpheus, it's Optimus. I think it's
He
Optimus.
built Transformers.
Yeah,
You and they're trying to sleep.
dude.
Fucking.
No, they're already in the thing. But then I sent her I sent her the other thing and this new thing Aria. Um so that one AI
God,
robot that like she actually has a like a German citizenship. Like
does
she
she?
oh yeah, she's like bald or whatever. She got like all the gears or whatever, like you can see through her dome skull. And like she's able to have conversation. They're like upgrading that now to where they have like Aria and they have like they're starting to use all these different their AI robot companions. And like it blinks, has facial features, and it will have an actually have like a back and forth with you. I just look at that and all I'm thinking is, dude, we're gonna get overrun by Skynet one of these days because,
Yeah, but we got guns.
buddy,
Yeah,
the entire world is revolved around the internet. AI can use that to travel through, and they could get a nuclear missile silo. Guess what? The robots are gonna survive the nuclear blast. We won't.
that's okay.
No, I really don't want to be John Connor or anything like that, but I'm not looking to get overtaken by robots.
Fight to your last breath, man. Nothing lasts forever, not even humanity.
Well, no, understandably, that no, but
There's always a great extinction after so many years. Remember that.
well, and this one would be one of our own creation, not
Of
of an act,
course.
not like an act of God or anything like that.
Double-edged sword. That's what intelligence is.
Unfortunately,
So
because me and her kind of went on a little kick of like AI stuff. Like we went, like what was it? We saw Afraid, we saw Subservience. I watched Wife Like, and there's another one that there when we went to go see we went to go see the new Den of Thieves 2. By the way, great movie, recommend. There was a there was a movie about another one where AI robot kind of goes fucking crazy, and they're all about robots going crazy, except for Afraid. Afraid is a different kind of AI. And give me a tinfoil hat, I don't care. And I may sound like like a
Well, they
conspiracy
can't
theorist, but
really
it's like,
say give you a tinfoil hat or you're paranoid, given the fact that they're making AI now. They can make videos, movies,
oh yeah,
robots that'll talk to you in real time and have a genuine conversation.
yeah.
You know
Was
what I
it?
mean? It's not like I don't know how else to describe it, but it's not really paranoia anymore because anything's possible now that they're making shit like this.
I mean, they were. I mean, and they took their.
They're turk murder.
Because a lot of this stuff now is animated. Like, you get
Government's gonna
operations.
want us to pay taxes. Motherfucker, ask the robots. I ain't worked in 16 years because of them.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest problems is like a lot of jobs are getting automated.
Huh.
I mean, hell, look at the Amazon workers that went on strike or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like 15, 20,000 Amazon workers went on
Well, the
strike.
first Amazon building went up. It already had its own self-driving fucking fork. Those machines that basically like sort and everything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, like
Well,
they were already.
now they have like the robotic workers, and a lot of people are like, they were like, well, until you give us a raise, we're not coming back. Bezos was like, all right, peace out, dude. We're gonna test this shit out. And guess what? They're fucking doing it. And it's just this like little robot picks up boxes, puts it in the slot, and
Yeah,
it transports the boxes. And it's like,
he's saving more money.
yeah, because he's not paying taxes, he's not paying his salary. He's all he's paying is for electric bill.
Yeah,
That's all he's doing. He's not paying.
and maintenance on those machines,
Right.
obviously, for his
And
house and shit.
but that also kind of bothers me because you know now he's got because they already had the animated, they already had like the drones and shit that would drop off Amazon packages at your house, and then you got
Sometimes people started shooting at him,
yeah, well, yeah.
especially in those.
Martha it's like, oh, Martha's got another package. I wonder if it's a dildo this time. Just knock it down.
They
But
were like, "Oh, you couldn't shoot him down in the suburbs." That's not true. People got crafty with Nerf guns and built air blasters to shoot him down.
all you need is a fucking net, man.
Yeah,
All you need is a net launcher. That's all you do.
yeah.
But the thing is that like, with the pizza, you got pizza delivery. They got those little hot boxes on wheels that will
Mhm.
deliver it to your house
And keep it warm.
and keep it warm. Hell, Japan's already like a step ahead of us. Like they took away like hostesses to where now it's just like this little robot. Like, will you follow me, please? And then
I saw a video of that where he's like, "Thanks, babe," smacked it.
and and then it's just like you get all these animated bullshit, and then people are like, you know, like people don't think it's like, okay, so you're making us obsolete. How the fuck are we going to earn an income? Like, you want people to buy your product, but you're putting people out of work so they can't make money, so that way they can't buy a product. And
Yeah,
it's
to save money, you're kind of
so money's not circulating, but the biggest thing for like a capitalist society that we have
you
is
gotta
when it
spend money to make money.
well, no, it's the money we get from export. So we need money from other countries buying our stuff, but at the same time, like all that's going to be finite.
We're no, it's just ironic
What?
that we're digging ourselves in this big ass hole to try and save money. You feel me?
No, I completely get it.
Like it just sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, damn, we're rich as fuck. Great. Now we're all gonna be broke because
Well, and they also have like there's self-driving semi trucks now too, which
yeah,
is
they're
one of
like,
the
oh,
most
well, all
common
we gotta
jobs.
do is invest. In what? You're basically just gonna invest in maintenance.
Yeah, the
That's
only
it, because like we as a society will not be able to, spend money
yeah,
if we can't work when everything else is self-automated. Like, how do you why would I pay taxes if I can't work? What am I supposed to
yeah.
pay those bills with?
Right. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this real quick because
No.
move your hands.
Your hands are okay. Just press his face. Just
Bitch, I said what I said.
oh yeah, we need next clip this video. There's so much not gonna make talk itself, but it's still worth seeing.
Oh yeah, that's what
The bean.
that's that's what the
I'm gonna get a little bean to put up on the desk here, just in honor of that conversation we just fucking had.
well, and I've talked to him about that too, because that's that
The
could be a different
bean.
revenue stream. No, I'm not talking about the bean.
Just get a bunch of lesbians together. We'll just on a podcast call it the Bean Flickers or something. Ribbed for pleasure.
The beans?
The beans.
No,
What were you saying?
okay. As I was saying, was
Bull dyke. I called.
Bean dyke.
Sometimes I call her Tony.
was that before or after she transitioned?
I don't know. She still thinks she's a girl. I still make fun of her for being boy. I just want to look at her husband and be like, "Ha, you fucked a dude."
We're already this. We're still going. We're already going.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still going. I press play. We're fucking.
Yeah, we've been recording this whole time, so you've been on recording.
That's great. I don't know how much. Damn it. Sitting here on my phone, you're asking me questions. I'm like, am I supposed to fucking talk?
You're still getting picked up in the conversation.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's
You're heard as.
yeah.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Oh, now you want to talk to me?
yeah,
No.
I'm done with you.
Uh, please. What the? I can't do it when I'm sick like this.
I'm hungry. I really want to go get me some steak quesadillas now.
We all going to La Stinka?
I don't know. Is it okay if Mom, is it okay if he tags along for dinner?
Pinka to Stinka, or is it the opposite? Yes, it's fine.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, let me explain something to you, sweetheart. You got the rocker, you got the shocker,
You
you
got
got
the
the
spocker.
spocker, and the showstopper. There's a reason why it's called the showstopper.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
because
different.
yeah,
That works for all holes.
works for all holes.
Hit you in that hole, didn't it?
Yay, domestic violence.
She didn't beat you. You probably ate something you shouldn't have, and she was trying to save your life, and you wouldn't fucking listen.
Spit it out. Spit it out. No, no.
Right, and he always talks about like I'm tired of dealing with your dumb ass. You fucking idiot.
This is a dude who's wanting to eat crab when he's deathly allergic.
Hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Just-
I didn't die hungry, and I did die happy. I just couldn't breathe.
I just couldn't breathe. And I got real itchy. Uh,
Who cares?
how many kids do you think you could fight if it meant that for each kid that you
How old are they?
12?
So an average 12-year-old height. So what would that be like?
I'd have to say maybe
About
In
4'8".
yeah, around 4 foot. So for every child
Okay,
that
so
you
we'll
knock
we'll
out,
we'll
hold
call it
on, hold
like
on.
5 foot even.
All right, five.
Yeah,
All right.
because Nate's like 5'2", dude. He's like
Oh, I know. All right, so for every child you knock out, you get 100 grand. Okay, but you have to give me a number, and you have to defeat all those children. You can't do it one at a
where are we
time.
at? What's the location?
All right. So all right, gladiator pit, just regular.
Straight gladiator pit.
Yeah.
Is there any like just an empty gladiator pit?
Yep.
Okay. How many we? Okay, actually, no, that's up for me to decide,
Yeah,
right?
that's up for
Okay.
you to decide. But here's the thing:
I'm just
you,
gonna assume that they're all Nate's height. So 5'2". Love you, buddy. Okay. I'm not trying to sound like a dick.
but you could volunteer and have a side hustle as a stand-in for a child.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm
That's
just trying to get a better
100%
reference.
what
Because
he's
like
saying.
12-year-olds being fucking 4 foot, 4'5", not very many. I don't know, maybe. When I think of a fucking, I don't know, man.
Because all right, here again, I want to reiterate:
I'm trying. No, I'm doing the math behind this right
All right,
now.
but just a little thing. You get 100K for each kid that you knock out. However, if
Am I
you
getting any legal trouble
no,
for knocking them out?
nope, 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 nope. This is if you knock them all out, you get 100K per kid, and you get to go home scot free. Parents don't care; they're
What
orphans.
about taxes?
No taxes, tax free. No, they're orphans. No
See,
parents
people
coming to
get
the door.
cocky about this, but you got to think we're in our 30s now. These kids are sprawly, full of energy. They heal a lot faster.
They're springy.
Yeah, dude.
They're wily as shit.
So if I'm gonna give you an honest number,
Yeah,
11.
11.
11. That's probably the best I can do, and even then, that might be pushing it.
All right. You know what? I'll be honest. I respect your
If
answer.
if you gave me enough time to get back into shape, though, and I mean like get my cardio in,
Yeah.
practice my endurance, just so I can get the swing in
Hmm.
constantly, because them fuckers are fast. They're
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
jumping on you. I could probably do 15 to 20.
All right. Good.
But if I'm 17 years old, I'm fucking up like 20 plus.
Oh, dude, 100%.
100%. What about you though? Where's your answer at right now?
So I'd have to say the same run 10, 11.
Yeah.
Um, just because I'm pretty, I'm a big back. All right. I'm pretty solid.
Hold on.
I'm a
Are they all like male, or is it like
mixed,
diverse? Mixed?
mixed, diverse,
Oh, fuck.
mixed and diverse.
No, I don't think that would change my answer. They're
No,
all fast as shit.
yeah, yeah,
They're all
they're
super
all fast
quick.
as shit. But yeah, but like I said, you get a pay per kid, but if you don't finish them all, you don't get any money at all.
Yeah, 11's probably the highest I'm going.
Same. Yeah,
So,
I just because they're squirrely little fuckers, and I know that they're gonna sit there and split, then they're gonna try to come at you from each side, and then they're gonna grab onto your arms
oh
or
yeah, I
legs
think they're
first.
just gonna fucking circle you at first chance they get, and if that doesn't work, they're going for the legs.
Dude, it's gonna be and the scene's gonna be like you and me, and it's
Back
gonna
to
be
back in a gladiator
well,
pit
no,
with
it's gonna be
fucking
like Step
toddlers.
Brothers. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like Step Brothers. We just ah.
Come in a helicopter.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be
Oh,
us. That
fucking hell, man.
I would have no issue with that whatsoever. Little Timmy's getting his teeth
Beating
kicked
up them
in
fucking kids. Shit,
because it's
that's
illegal
funny.
to beat your wife.
Your wife beats you and you wished it was illegal.
I cry for help, nobody answers.
Yeah, they do. The neighbors are screaming, hit her back.
They're hit him
Quit
harder. Make him
being a
shut up. I'm trying to sleep.
quit being a pussy.
Nah. I think I told the story of when was I went with her to a doctor's appointment, and it was funny because I acted like I acted like the battered housewife. Like, is it okay if I sit here? Is it okay if I just?
This is gonna
It's
sound
okay.
really rude.
Yeah.
So, I get it. Sometimes I forget to, trim my beard up. It happens. But this guy, holy fuck. All he had was a mustache, just like yours. Okay. But it was bushy and it was hanging down over his mouth. So it was bushy up here above the lip, but as it was unkempt. So, like, you had stragglers, a bunch. It looked like his lips were in prison behind bars. You understand me? And the hair was like down past his bottom lip, like right here.
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? He was short, very fucking skinny, bald head, and he had the weird. If he fixed his fucking posture, I don't think I would be really weirded out by it. But he was like, fucking this, and I'm like, what are you? The combination of like the way his mustache looked and his posture freaked me the fuck out. It it was really skinny too. I'm like, bro, are you a ghost? Like, what? Are you dead?
Can I ask how the fuck did this come about when I was talking about my girlfriend beating me or me
I had to
pretending to
bring it up or I would forget. I was waiting for the right opportunity. Okay, shut up.
I was in the middle of saying something
I don't care. I
clearly.
want to talk about the guy that freaked me the fuck out.
We have a guy at work, and
Like he started talking. And the hair was just like, uh,
we have a dude, one of the guys at work, and I swear to God, so me and another dude that was in my training class when we were doing OJT. Like there's one dude. I'm not gonna say what department he works for. I don't even know his name. This dude straight up looks like Ned Flanders. I mean, talking about the
Is
glasses,
he
talking about.
ripped like Ned Flanders?
I don't know. I mean, every time I ask him to take his shirt off, he just walks away from me.
So take it off of him.
I know. I'm the one. I'm the one that's
See how strong he really is. Take his clothes off. You'd probably let him hit you in the mouth too.
Yeah, those. I mean, when I went with her to the doctor's office, I started acting like that. I
She
want to
was
say,
answering the questions for you.
well, no, it was her. No, it was her appointment, but I was acting like a battered housewife, trying to embarrass her. I shit you not, the entire nurses staff was so thrilled about it. Like they were just so happy that she was doing it. They're like, "Oh yeah, you better keep him in line. If you don't act right, then she's gonna pop you
I'd have
another
been
one."
like, shut up. I do whatever the fuck I want.
It's like a short, and then of course, you get the back end. She just, she does that sometimes. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry,
Stupid.
and just that, and the fact that nobody cared to actually pull me aside and be like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, is there something wrong?" You know, no, everyone laughed, agreed with her, and was so supportive of her
Look, if
being
it
me.
makes you feel any better, Ryan, if I actually witnessed her putting hands on you and you didn't deserve it, I'd have grabbed her, I'd have snatched her up by her weave and just fucking mink, mink, mink.
Dude, how'd you know that was a weave? Look, it's not her fault. Okay, she's going through her third round of chemo.
Is it?
No.
Ha! Oh. Okay, I'm losing my hair too. Have you seen my hairline?
Yeah,
Started from the bottom, now it's here.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Dude, you stepped outside, the wind blew that shit back.
Yes, sir. That's cool though. I got a fucking pretty sick beard.
You got a solid beard though. Too bad, when beard said forward, your hairline said retreat.
Yeah,
It's
they're
okay.
like, hey, we got two options. We either move the follicles down to the face or we keep it where we're at now. He said, fuck it, I want a beard. And they all just went down south. They're all migrating.
God,
Yeah, look, I shaved my head. Look at
dude, it's starting to get kind of like mine because like if I dude,
that.
look at the shit, and it's thinning. If I like,
Yeah, mine is too. Like, I happens, man.
we're
It's,
old.
it's not that it's old, it's just genetics, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my dad's got a full set, whereas my both his brothers are bald. Like, because of, the
Your older brother's gonna have a full head of hair and a solid
yeah,
beard. You're not gonna have either.
I know.
You're the middle one.
I got no kids to stress me the fuck out like he does, and he's just sitting there fucking. He's got a receding hairline too, though. His isn't as bad as mine, but
All
he's
you and
losing
your
it.
brothers have them. You know,
Adams is okay for now, but he'll get there.
no good there.
He'll fucking get there.
Watch, he's the only one that doesn't get it. You're gonna sneak into his house in the middle of the night, just shave off his head. Like, fuck you.
Adam was threatening to beat my ass the other day. I was like, brother, you're built like a beanstalk. I ain't scared of you. And then his kid came up and was like, my mom will beat you up. I said, see, that's a different beast. But
That's a different
I
beast.
didn't grow up with your mom. I don't know if she can throw hands or not. She might
I grew up with that motherfucker. I
she,
can kick his
she
ass.
might throw me around like an old silverback. I don't know. But then I look at her like I ain't fucking scared of you, Brittany. I like to I like to read the room. If she's in a bad mood, I won't mess with her. But if she's like, chill, I'll go
No.
over there. I'll start fucking with her, get her pissed off, and leave.
Oh yeah. That's the fucking best.
I love it. I do that with my brother's wife. It's hard to piss her off because she's super nice.
I used to do that with my brother's wife too.
There's
Like
only one time that I got her mad. That's when I put my big toe in her mouth.
okay, how the fuck did you manage that?
So when I first met her, when her and Jake first got together, was when he was working in Texas, and me and Jay went down there because Jay was talking about how he wanted to move to Texas and do the work. And I was like, well, before you really commit to it, just we'll go down there and get the vibe first before you commit.
Right.
So first, this was the second day that we're there. We go over to her place. We're watching TV and she's running her. She's talking shit. So I was like, you better shut the fuck up, Brooke. She's like, rah, rah, rah. man, just talking shit. So I took my sock off and fucking hooked it into her right in her fucking yapper, and she like closed down on it out of instinct, and then I fucking retreated and pulled out. I basically went in there, got a cheek swab, and left.
What was Jake's reaction?
Jake was dying, dude. Jake was laughing because he was tired of getting bullied by me, dude. I was running in my mouth because he was living in a fucking tuna can out there. And he's like, quit jumping on my air mattress. I was like, quit jumping on my air mattress. I haven't paid it off yet.
Jesus Christ, dude, that's fucked.
It was a great time, but fucking hell, dude. Dude, him and Brooke, dude, we're getting into it, and he's like, "That's it. Get your shit, get your kids, and get out of your house." Told her to leave her place. I was like, "Yeah, stick it to the man." That shit was fucking hilarious. That little trip was funny. He didn't end up moving down there, obviously, but the trip itself was worth it. It was funny as fuck. But I'd say this is a good place to stop for the night.
Yep. I'm hungry. My fatty wants food, so
Me too.
we gonna get bundled up. We gonna go get some of the finca.
We're gonna try and be more consistent with our videos.
We are. We're gonna try to post at least once a week. I know we keep saying that. A lot of things happen. We're starting over. This is a fresh start for us,
What
and
time do you usually get up for work?
around around 2 p.m.
What time do you go in?
So I try to be there by 4. Because I don't clock in until 5. But I
Gotcha.
like to
I was gonna say before you go into work, we could record a sesh, but I'm like, that's not enough time.
know, and trust me, it is not that easy to. Yeah, I mean, I know some people that sit there and wake up at like 11 because they got kids or whatever. But
For me, I get up in the morning, and then like especially if I have to work a Saturday, I get off and I'm fucking done.
yeah,
Just because the day dealing with people, and I don't want to come here in a bad mood and then just bitch about work.
well, yeah, and for me, it's more. It's more like I'm staying up all night, and I get so tired. I'm sitting there down in energy drinks, sitting there chugging coffee.
All right, kids.
All right, like, share, subscribe,
Like,
please.
share, subscribe, please comment.
We will interact with you.
I'd love to.